Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Catherine's Plates, where today I'm going to show you how to make my Italian sausage cornbread stuffing. This is going to be great for the holidays, especially Thanksgiving. So I'm also going to be adding to this stuffing some Italian breadcrumbs, and I'm going to be using some fresh herbs. Now, if you don't have fresh herbs, you can certainly use the dried ones. That is totally fine. All right. Go get your casserole dish and let's put this together. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and show you everything you're going to need to make our Italian sausage cornbread stuffing. And the first thing I have here in this bowl, we're going to start off with 4 cups of, I've got a mixture of cornbread that I made a day before, and I just kind of let it dry out just a little bit and just kind of put it into big pieces. And then I have these bread cubes right here, and I just took an Italian loaf, sliced some pieces, and then dried them out in the oven. And I'm going to show you the process for both of those. Then you're going to need some parsley, probably about 2 teaspoons of that, 2 teaspoons of some garlic. I've got just some cooking oil here. I use avocado oil because I like the flavor of it. This is going to help us cook our sausage and also our vegetables. Now, our vegetables that I'm going to be using, this is kind of like a mirepoix. I've got half of a red onion that I'm going to dice up, 2 celery stalks, and 2 carrots that I'm also going to dice up. And then we're going to saute these down. I've got 1 pound of Italian sausage. This is ground. And then I'm going to be using about 2 cups of chicken broth. We're going to start with that, and we're just going to see if we need to add more into our breadcrumb mixture. Okay, we don't want it too wet, so we're going to keep an eye on that. And then what you're going to need are some herbs. Now, I picked up this plant right here from Trader Joe's, and it has the sage, it has rosemary, and then it has the thyme in it. And that's the 3 herbs we're going to be working with. So, if you want to use dried, you can certainly use dried, and as we go and put this in, I'll tell you how much of everything you're going to need. I'm also going to have some of your standard salt and pepper, just so that we can make sure everything is seasoned properly. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to show you the bread process. Alright, so the bread portion of my stuffing, I am doing half and half. I'm going to be doing a cornbread, and then I'm also going to be doing an Italian loaf that I'm going to be cutting up. Now, for the cornbread, I cooked up a package here of Jiffy Corn muffin mix, and all I did was I used the cornbread Johnny cake recipe right here. It's the same recipe as the muffins, it's just that you just put it into a flat baking pan or dish and cook it that way, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let it cool completely in there, and that way I'm able to break it up into some nice pieces. And then to go with that, I'm going to be using some Italian loaf bread right here. What I'm going to do is slice it up. I'm going to cube it up, and then I'm going to put it onto my pan here. I'm going to put it into the oven that the cornbread came out of, so it's still preheated at 350 degrees. And then I'm going to toast it up for about 10 to 12 minutes with a little bit of olive oil and maybe just a little sprinkling of salt. Cool those down, and that's what's going to be the mixture of my breads for my stuffing. Now we're just going to do 1-inch cubes. And as I'm cutting this, I'm looking to get about 2.5 cups worth of these. It depends on how much you want to make. And then I'm just going to place them on my pan here. We're going to do this in a single layer. I'm probably going to do whatever I can do that will fit this whole pan right here, and then I'll be right back. Alright, now as you can see, I am using a serrated bread knife here, and it cuts really well the bread cubes. Alright, I'm going to be using my handy dandy little oil sprayer here and just finely mist over the breadcrumbs some olive oil. I love this little thing right here. I get it from Amazon. If you're interested, just check down in my Amazon links. Those are the things that I like to use in my kitchen. So go ahead and just kind of mix that up just a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and put this in my oven that's heating at 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes just to get a nice light golden brown color on these breadcrumbs. Look how golden these look, and they're nice and crispy, which is perfect what we're looking for. All right, I'm going to let these cool down completely, and then I'm going to be back and show you what we're going to do next. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start browning up our Italian sausage. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn on the burner to about a medium high. All right, I'm going to add my cooking oil, just about 1 tablespoon. This will be great because once you cook off the sausage and everything and get that out of the pan, we're going to add the vegetables and they can cook in that oil already flavored with the Italian sausage. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and add my meat. We're going to take that paper off right there. I've got my meat masher here, meat chopper, whatever you want to call it. All you do is you just put it on your meat, smash down and twist, okay? This is good for any type of ground meats that you have. Ooh, y'all, Italian sausage smells so delicious. I'm going to brown this all up and then we're going to be right back. Alright, so while I am cooking up my sausage here, because it'll take just a few minutes to get it all nice and brown, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up my half of a red onion, 2 celery stalks, and carrots. We're going to do these like really small. So I'm just going to take my onion here. I'm cutting 3/4 of the way through the onion, making slices. I'm going to stand it on its end and make a few slices about 3/4 of the way through. Maybe 2 slices, that should be good. Now I'm using a red onion today just so it can add some nice color and an additional flavor there that the red onion provides. But if you want to use a yellow onion or a white onion, you can certainly do that. Now I've already washed off my celery and I had peeled off my carrots and cut off the ends. So we're going to go ahead and chop those up. Alright, so I just cut my carrots in half. I'm going to cut them long ways into quarters so I can get these nice diced pieces on here. Alright, I'm going to bring my bowl that has all of my bread in it over here. I'm going to take all of my sausage out and lay it into my bread here. I'm going to kind of mix this up a little bit and let the bread absorb all of that sausage flavor. We have our carrots, celery, and onions that we've diced up. I'm going to go ahead and place them in my pan that has some oil in there. Now this is called a mirepoix, or a mirepoix, and it is like 3 vegetables, carrots, celery, and onions that you saute. Alright, I'm just going to scrape off the bottom because you know why? Isn't that where all the flavor is? Yes. Oh my gosh, it smells good already. Alright, I'm going to turn my burner back up because I turned it down just a little bit when the sausage was cooking. We are going to salt and pepper this. Give it some flavor. While that's happening, we're going to start cutting up our herbs. Alright, here's my lovely herb plant right here. Now I picked this up from Trader Joe's. They have them out there for the Thanksgiving season. And it's got the thyme right here, rosemary, and some sage. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, chop it up, and I'm going to put that in here and let it cook with the celery, onions, and carrots and develop a beautiful smell for Thanksgiving, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter to my vegetables here, my mise en place, and I'm just going to cut that up. There we go. You know, it's Thanksgiving. Get the butter out. Get the butter out. Get some rosemary, 2 twigs. Just going to cut those off right here. Get some thyme and some sage right here. And see about how much we're going to need of this right here. Now with rosemary, you just kind of pull it backwards off the stem, like that. Just like that. Alright. Oh, it smells so delicious. Then I got my thyme right here. I'm just going to break up and pull off the stem too. Just going to chop that up. Now if you want to just put dried herbs in there, you can certainly do that. Pull them out of your cabinet and use it. It's totally fine. Your poultry seasoning, you can put that in there. That's totally fine too. So what we're doing is sauteing down our vegetables until they're nice and soft and flavorful. We'll go ahead now and add these herbs, put them right on top. All right, I brought my garlic over here because I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons of garlic in. The sage, you just kind of roll them up and then chop it. Sage is very strong, so you got to be careful how much of that you use. This smells delightful. All right, let's go ahead and give that a mix. And now what we're going to do is go ahead, let's add some parsley. All right, and I've got about 2 cups of chicken broth here that I'm going to put in. All right, we're going to mix this all together, getting all those little bits on the bottom up. That's flavor. All right, y'all, that's smelling delicious. I went ahead and turned off the burner. This came up to a nice simmer. So what we're going to do is I've got my bread and my sausage that I've kind of mixed up a little bit together. And I'm going to ladle in that delicious, that delicious mixture here that we created with the spices, the mirepoix, and the chicken broth. Okay, so we go ahead now and ladle this in. That tastes delicious. It tastes delicious. All right, y'all, so at this time, make sure that your oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Oh, you can see all those herbs in there. Oh my goodness. And then while you're doing that, make sure you take another spoon and then just kind of mix it up. That way you can always see where you're at and where you need to be. All right, we're gonna still need some more there. That is looking delicious. Now, it depends on how wet you want it as to how much more you're going to want to put in here. This is looking good. So, but what I want, oh yeah, I want to get those carrots, celery, and the onions and the herbs out of there. So what I'm going to do is take my slotted spoon here and get all that yumminess out of there. Then that way I'm not putting any more liquid in. I'm thinking everything is looking nice and saturated in there, just where I want it. We still have big pieces in there, which is perfect. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our casserole dish and we're gonna put this in it. All right, so I've got my casserole dish here. I've got some butter, and what I'm gonna do is just smear it around the bottom and these sides just a little bit. Oh, it's gonna add another layer of flavor, you bet. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now and scoop this all in. My Italian sausage cornbread dressing, or stuffing. I'm going to keep it very fluffy, so I'm not going to go in and mash it down, okay? Whatever you want to do, that's fine, but I'm just going to keep it kind of light. Look at that, guys. All right, I am ready to put this in my oven that is preheated at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. I'm looking for a nice golden brown color on the top and also just some nice crispiness to it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, pull this out of the oven. Look at all of the colors in this stuffing. You can see the red onions, the celery, the carrots. Gosh, look how pretty that looks. All the herbs that I chopped up in here. All right, I'm ready for a bite. Are you ready? Okay, that Italian sausage, that mirepoix that we made with the carrot, celery, and onions, and the herbs, that made it so delicious. We've got 2 types of bread in here, the cornbread and also that Italian loaf that I turned into cubes. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so delicious. Put this on your Thanksgiving or holiday table. All right, comment down below what you like in your stuffing. Give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll always know when my shows are posted. All right, I'm gonna take my stuffing here. I'm gonna go put it on my holiday table, and I will see you on my next episode.